Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into an intriguing topic that's bound to excite both coin collectors and history enthusiasts. We're focusing on the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter dollar coins, specifically the ones that are worth millions of dollars. How did these seemingly ordinary quarters become so valuable? Let's explore their history, rarity, and the secrets behind their high value. Make sure to stick around till the end. Before we dive into the millions of dollars worth of these quarters, let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin quickly became a mainstay in American currency. Rarest coins. By 1975, as America approached its bicentennial, the U.S. Mint decided to issue a special quarter to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence. This was where the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter came into play. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter was designed by Jack L.R. and features a colonial drummer on the reverse side, which replaced the usual legal design. This new design was meant to symbolize the spirit of the American Revolution and the fight for independence. The D-Mint mark on the coin indicates it was minted in Denver. In total, over 1.6 billion bicentennial quarters were produced across all mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Despite the high mintage, certain versions of those quarters are incredibly rare and valuable. So, why are some of those quarters worth millions? Even though the mintage was high, a few key factors make specific 1776 to 1976 quarters extremely valuable. Coins with minting errors can be worth a fortune. For example, some 1776 to 1976 quarters feature 8 double die errors. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to appear doubled. These errors can make a quarter worth tens of thousands of dollars. Coins in exceptional condition, known as AMS 67 or higher, are highly prized. These coins have minimal wear and are in almost perfect condition, which significantly boosts their value. Within the bicentennial series, there are different design variants. For instance, the Type 1 and Type 2 reverses have slight differences, with Type 1 being the more sought-after version. However, these variations are subtle and not always easy to spot. So, how do you identify if your 1776 to 1976 quarter is one of those valuable pieces? Here are some tips to help you out. Look for noticeable minting errors, such as double dies. Using a magnifying glass or a loupe can help you spot these subtle imperfections. High-grade coins have no visible wear and a sharp, clear design. To determine the grade, you might want to consult a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Use numismatic resources to compare your quarter with known rare variants. This can help you identify if your coin has any distinctive features that are valuable. Now, let's take a look at some real-world examples of 1776 to 1976 quarters that have fetched incredible sums at auction. One note for the example is the 1776 to 1976 quarter with a double die error that sold for over $100,000. Another example is a high-grade Type 1 quarter that reached nearly $1 million at a recent auction. These stories not only highlight the rarity of these coins but also the excitement and possibilities for collectors and investors alike. There you have it. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarters may seem like ordinary coins at first glance, but they hold a special place in the numismatic world due to their unique features and rarity. If you have any of these coins, it might be worth having them appraised. Rarest coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on more fascinating topics about coins and collectibles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Drop a comment below if you've got any questions or if you own a rare quarter. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're exploring a topic that's sure to excite coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike. We're focusing on the 1999 Washington quarter dollar, particularly the ones that have been valued at millions of dollars. How did these seemingly ordinary coins achieve such high values? Join us as we dive into their history, uncover the rare variants, and learn how you might have a valuable piece in your collection. Rarest coins. To understand the value of the 1999 Washington quarter, we need to start with some background. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, it features Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. By 1999, the quarter had been in circulation for decades. That year was notable for the introduction of the 50-state quarters program, which began with quarters featuring designs representing each state. The 1999 quarter is part of this series and features the design for the state of Delaware. While the 1999 Delaware quarter was produced in large quantities, over 1 billion were minted. Certain variants and errors can make specific coins incredibly valuable. Let's explore what makes some of these quarters worth so much. The 1999 Delaware quarter with the 8 extra leaf error. One of the most famous errors for this coin is the 8 extra leaf variety. This error features an additional leaf on the left side of the bundle of leaves held by the farmer on the reverse. This subtle but significant error can make the coin worth thousands of dollars. Even without errors, quarters in exceptional condition are valuable. Coins graded as AMS67 or higher by professional grading services can command impressive prices. These coins show minimal wear and retain their original details. Besides the extra leaf, there are other minting errors that can increase a coin's value, such as off-center strikes or die cracks. These errors are less common but can also be highly sought after. Wondering how to determine if your 1999 quarter is one of these valuable specimens? Here's what to look for. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to closely examine your quarter. Look for any additional details or anomalies, such as the extra leaf on the Delaware quarter. Pay attention to the design and any signs of doubling or misalignment. Coins in high-grade condition are always more valuable. Compare your coin to professional images of high-grade examples to assess its quality. If your coin is in near-perfect condition, it could be worth more than you think. For a precise assessment, consider having your coin graded by reputable service like PCGS or NGC. They can provide a detailed grade and verify any errors, which is crucial for determining its market value. $1 million rarest coins. Let's look at some real-world examples of 1999 quarters that have fetched impressive sums at auction. One notable example is the 1999 Delaware quarter with the 8 extra leaf error that sold for over $50,000. This rare error made it highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Another example is a high-grade 1999 Delaware quarter, graded MS67, which sold for around $5,000. While not as high as the error coin, it demonstrates the premium placed on well-preserved examples. And that's a wrap on the 1999 Washington quarter dollar. While the majority of these coins are fairly common, those with specific errors or in exceptional condition can be worth a small fortune. If you have one of these rare quarters, it might be worth getting it appraised. Rarest coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins and collectibles, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've discovered any interesting quarters. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into a topic that's sure to get any numismatist's heart racing. We're talking about the 1972 Washington quarter dollars, specifically, the ones that are worth millions of dollars. How did these seemingly everyday coins become so valuable? Join us as we explore their history, the key factors that make them so rare, and how you might just have a fortune in your pocket. To understand why some 1972 Washington quarters are worth a small fortune, we need to start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin quickly became a staple of American currency. The design featured a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Fast forward to 1972, and while there wasn't a special anniversary or major event being celebrated, This year's quarters have captured collectors' attention for different reasons. The 1972 Washington quarter is not particularly rare in terms of production, but certain variants and errors make some of them extremely valuable. Here's where it gets interesting. First off, let's talk about the basic 1972 quarter. Over 400 million of those quarters were minted, so finding a regular 1972 quarter isn't difficult. However, it's the errors and specific variants that can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. So, what makes some 1972 quarters worth so much? Let's break it down. One of the most sought-after errors is the 1972 double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once, causing a noticeable doubling of the design elements, particularly in the lettering and date. These double die quarters are incredibly rare and can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. Even without errors, a 1972 quarter in mint condition can be valuable. Coins graded as AMS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are prized for their sharp details and minimal wear. These high-grade coins can command impressive prices. It's worth noting that 1972 quarters are made of copper nickel clad, not silver. However, collectors often confuse these with older quarters, which were made of 90% silver. This can sometimes lead to misidentification and inflated values. So, how can you determine if your 1972 quarter is worth a significant amount? Here's what you should look for. Examine your coin for any signs of a double die obverse. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the details closely. Look for doubling in the date, the words "A Liberty" and "A in God We Trust." Coins in pristine condition are always worth more. Compare your coin to professional images of high-grade examples to gauge its condition. For a definitive assessment, consider having your coin graded by a professional service. They can provide an accurate grade and verify any errors, which is essential for establishing its value. $2 million rarest coins. Let's take a look at some real-life examples of 1972 quarters that have made headlines for their high values. One notable example is the 1972 double die obverse quarter that sold for over $100,000 at auction. This coin's error made it highly sought after by collectors and investors. Another example is a high-grade 1972 quarter, which sold for around $10,000. While not as high as the double die example, it shows how quality and condition can significantly impact value. $2 million rarest coins. And there you have it. The 1972 Washington quarter dollar might not seem extraordinary at first glance, but the errors and high-grade examples can make it worth a considerable amount. If you happen to have one of these rare coins, it could be worth getting it appraised. Rarest coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want to stay updated on more exciting topics, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Leave a comment below if you've got any questions or if you've found any interesting quarters. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into an intriguing topic for all you coin enthusiasts and history buffs out there. We're focusing on the 1985D Washington quarter dollar, a coin that, while seemingly common, has some rare specimens worth millions of dollars. How did these quarters become so valuable? Stick around as we explore their history, the rare variants, and how you might have a small fortune in your pocket. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. By the time we get to 1985, the Washington quarter was a staple of American currency. The 1985D quarter, minted in Denver, is part of the regular series, with over 800 million produced that year alone. So why are some of those quarters worth so much? Let's dig in. The 1985D Washington quarter is not especially rare in terms of production, but there are specific errors and variants that can make some of these coins incredibly valuable. Rarest coins. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1985D series is the 8 double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear doubled. It's particularly noticeable on the date and the inscriptions. Coins with this error can be worth thousands of dollars. Coins in exceptionally high grades, such as MS-67 or higher, are also highly valuable. These coins show minimal signs of wear and retain their sharp details, making them desirable to collectors. While less common, there are other minting errors to look out for, such as off-center strikes or die cracks. These can also increase a coin's value, though they are not as frequently encountered. So, how can you tell if your 1985D quarter is one of these valuable coins? Here's a guide to help you out. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the coin closely. Look for any signs of a double die obverse, particularly in the date and inscriptions. Check for doubling or misalignment. High-grade coins are always more valuable. Compare your coin to professional images of high-grade examples to assess its condition. If it's in mint condition, it could be worth more than you think. For a precise evaluation, consider having your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. They can provide a detailed grade and verify any errors, which is crucial for determining its market value. $1 million rarest coins. Now, let's look at some real-world examples of 1985D quarters that have achieved impressive prices at auction. One notable example is a 1985D double die obverse quarter that sold for over $20,000. The distinct doubling made it highly sought after by collectors. Rarest coins. Another example is a high-grade 1985D quarter, graded MS-67, which sold for around $3,000. While not as high as the error coins, it demonstrates the premium placed on well-preserved specimens. And that wraps up our look at the 1985D Washington quarter dollar. While the majority of these coins are fairly common, those with errors or in pristine condition can be incredibly valuable. If you have one of those quarters, it might be worth getting it appraised. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want to learn more about valuable coins and collectibles, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've discovered any interesting quarters. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Feel free to adjust the script based on your channel's style or any additional information you wish to include.